Good morning guys, welcome to this week's vlog. This week I wanted to talk about something that has actually happened to me and how I've rectified it. So over the weekend we went out on Thursday night, as you would have seen in our last vlog, and then the weekend kind of went on a bit of a downward spiral for me and my calorie intake, alcohol intake and things like that. So this week's video is all about how I get back on track, and maybe some of these points will help you too. So let's get into it. Alright, number one, don't punish yourself. I have fallen into this trap so many times before where I've had a bad weekend or a bad day, and then the next day I've restricted my calories, gone mad on extra cardio and extra workouts, and just really felt a sense of guilt for the next day. But over time I've learned just to have the cut-off point, let it go and start the new day fresh. Maybe you'll have a cheat day, maybe you'll do the 10,000 calorie challenge, but the next day just go straight back to normal and straight back to what you're doing. Number two, and something that I really think helps me, is reevaluating my why. So why am I on this healthy path? Why do I exercise? Why do I like to eat healthily? You just have to sit down and sometimes look at that. So what I did on Sunday, the first day of the week here, is sit down, look at why I'm doing this. You know, we're going to the UK in 4 weeks. We have a wedding to go to, and then I'm going to Ibiza to do some wedding prep. I want to look good, I want to feel good. So I know that my short-term goal right now is getting that 4 weeks down to going to the UK. A longer-term goal that I have is obviously our wedding next June. So I know that I am doing this every single day, chipping away to make sure that I feel healthy, happy, and in love with my body when we get married next June. So maybe just take 5-10 minutes every morning to sit down, really look at why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to live a healthy lifestyle, and then hopefully that will give you a bit of inspiration to get straight back on track. Numero 3, water. I drink so much water, it's unbelievable. And on those weekends or on those days where maybe you're out drinking or you're at a party or you're, eating loads of different foods, you tend to kind of reduce your water intake. So getting back on track means getting back on the water intake. I always have a glass in the kitchen ready to go every single morning. So I just take my multivit, down half a litre of water, and that's how I get started in my day. And then throughout the day I drink another 4 litres, 3 to 4 litres, but normally it's 4. I fill up my big bottle twice, finish one before lunch, and then I have the rest of the day to finish bottle number 2. I know a lot of people find it really hard to get their water intake up, but there's apps. Always have a bottle of water on your desk, set reminders. That's going to help decrease your hunger levels, it's going to help you feel full, and it's going to improve things like your skin, your digestive system, and tons of other stuff as well. So get guzzling on the water. God, it's hot. Number 4, plan ahead with your food choices. Generally I count my macros, so that means I have my FitnessPal to do that. And what I do when I'm getting straight back on track is plan the next day of food. Saturday evening, I went in the kitchen, saw what meals we had, and I started inputting everything into my FitnessPal and making sure that I hit my macros for the next day. Obviously, macro counting might not be something that you do, but what you can do is maybe plan out your healthy breakfast or have some healthy snacks ready to go. Personally, I just make sure that my next day is all planned out and ready to go, and I wake up full of confidence that I can hit all of my goals. Number 5 is planning ahead with exercise. So the same thing with the food. I generally look at my week and my schedule and what's happening and plan in when I'm gonna go and exercise. What I did literally on Saturday evening is looked at my calendar and then filled in some time slots when I was gonna exercise. What I did for directly the day after, So on Saturday evening, I planned my actual exercise routine for the Sunday. So I knew that I was going to put a lower body day in, use some of those carbs up. So I wrote out my program for the next day, made sure that I was happy with it, and made sure it was exercises that I actually wanted to do as well, because if I went in with a bunch of exercises that I hate, then I probably wouldn't finish all the sets and reps. So I just made sure it was exercises that I wanted to do, exercises that I knew would challenge me, and then smashed it out the next day. And I got a bunch of PRs, so I was pretty happy and put all those carbs to good use the next day. Finally, I got myself some healthy inspiration. So whether you get inspired by scrolling through Instagram and some of your favourite people that you follow, whether you look up some healthy recipes and plan ahead, or whether you go to a healthy food shop like I did and stock up on some goodies. Yesterday I went to Organic Foods and Cafe down on Shakeside Road and had a look around at all of the healthy yumminess, snacks, treats, chocolates, and filled up my basket and enjoyed spending some money on things that are going to help me achieve my goals. So let's take you there right now. My problem with coming into places like this is that I spend like hours here. I've just spent like 10 minutes looking at flour and figuring out how I can make pancakes. Right, I don't know how expensive this stuff is in the UK, but here it is almost £10 for a tub. You know when you go in for one thing and end up buying like 24 things? So the thing I actually went in for was this xanthan gum, and then I got some sweetener, some xylitol, and some agave syrup because I'm running out of the other syrup that I have at the moment. I also got me this organic raw chocolate, and because I felt guilty, I got Matt one too because I'm a good fiance. Then I got some almond milk, some of my favourite little cereals. The reason I got this cereal is because with the xanthan gum, the almond milk and some protein powder, I am making this recipe that Courtney makes, and I hope it goes well. It's like this big bowl of protein ice cream, so I'm super excited. And then she always puts Rice Krispies on top, so koala crisps are happening. I also got some quinoa flour because I want to make some pancakes and stuff, and I'm going to try making them with quinoa flour. And then because I'm a great fiance again, I got Matt's pasta, some dino pasta. Whoa, he's gonna love this. That was my little Organic Foods and Cafe haul. Hopefully this little recipe goes well. I'm gonna have it tomorrow, and fingers crossed it all goes good. So I will see you in the next clip, whatever that may be. So there you have it. There was 6 tips from me. Yes, there were 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 tips from me on how to get right back on track after maybe a weekend of not eating and drinking in the best way that you could, or maybe after a holiday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other tips for me, please comment below. And I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next week. Bye!